Morning, IG. This morning I want to talk to y'all about who God is. I know I often speak about God in the third person as if it exists separate from me. No, God is within me and within you, within all of us. But should we walk around calling ourselves God as though we are living as gods? No, we have God potential, each and every one of us. Who? I'm going to tell you right now why the world is out of control. And it seems like no matter what y'all do, y'all can't get people to come back to the light of life. That's because y'all still preaching that old Bible shit. No disrespect. But that, Jesus, the way, the truth, and the light, was for his time. It was for a place and a time where wasn't no TV, no internet. So happy Father's Day to all my people out there. I guess today I'm gonna make a quick video for y'all. You know, I give guys a hard time about being homosexual, and it seems to be a double standard where it's more acceptable for women to be homosexual. I honestly don't have nothing personal against people who decide to be homosexual, but I will say this: the old souls, the old spirits knew that intimacy between the sexes. What's up, RG? Let me give y'all my perspective of why I think we missing monks, priests, gurus, and shaman in Western civilization and in the hood. It's because trying to ascend and come to a... What's happening, RG? Before I go through my therapy and end my night, I want to leave y'all a quick message. So, I want to say that Jesus' message of spreading love, unconditional love, you know, and giving to your brother and not working. What's up? Got a little message for y'all tonight. When I have a confrontation with people, it's not the person that I'm having a confrontation with. It's the demon that's presenting themselves that I feel, that I see. You know, we war not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, powers, and principles. You know, I told IG is crazy. I'm just thinking back to, it was almost a year ago when I started the Spread Love movement. And I started it out of a place of hurt and pain and anger and angst of the fact that when I was at my lowest point in my health and in my life, everyone, people be like, hey, you still sick? You ain't did something right? You feel me? You out here talking, teaching like you preaching. You ain't getting it right. You, every time I turn around, you doing this, you doing that, and then you sick. But just remember, I think last year I was stuck in. Y'all all out turning up, and I'm doing my therapy. See, y'all see about 12 minutes of about 9,000 minutes of my life a week. And y'all think y'all got it all figured out. But I don't want y'all to think for 1 minute that I don't sit up in here and stress and cry and worry. Good morning, IG. I realize people don't want the darkness with the light, the good with the bad. They want the happy without the sad. But all you have to realize is all things come from one source. All things work together for your good. I had to realize that the thing that came the worst for me, that was the worst for me in my life, brought me to the best thing of my life. My sickness led me to my purpose. And as I was walking through the valley of the shadow of death, ready to go, when I was a kid, my nanny used to always sing this song. And I'm saying my nanny because it was my grandma's sister, and my grandma died before I was born. But my nanny used to always sing this song. If anybody asks you where I'm going, soon you will see. Just finished doing my therapy, and I always get a word. Being a self-taught engineer taught me a lot about the Ascension process. When I bought my house, I wanted to build a deck in the backyard where I saw that there was one previously. I would be outside all night digging up the old base and tilling the dirt, and my husband and kids would walk by and laugh. She really thinks she finna build a deck. Then I kept working, and they saw the base come together, then they saw the foundation come together. By the time the floorboards were going down, they were the ones screwing them in. So that taught me that lot about sometimes people don't see that deck only you saw it. So you got to build it so they can see it too. And that's a lot about my ascension process. You can't see where I started from, and you don't know where I'm going. You just see what I'm building. You just see where I am. But hopefully, I inspire you to start finding yourself too. What's up with my peoples? I know I ain't made no video in a while. Nigga been kind of tired. You feel me? But anyway, I had to make a video because I wanted to say something very important to all of us African American people, especially because we have a harder time absorbing vitamin D. I just found out last week that I got vitamin D deficiency, which a lot of us are probably suffering from, but it causes a lot of this nervous system problems. Not able to keep my energy up because I've been just basically working on my dissension and basically doing enough therapy to get myself through the day. I've decided to work on my dissension so that I can work on my ascension with everybody so that they can see how the process works, so that it maybe will inspire you to work on cleaning your junk DNA out too, because you know we all going around feeling heavy and tired all the time. That's because our DNA is not operating at its optimal efficiency. So when you get rid of that junk DNA and then you are left with the intelligent DNA, your body can do things like as a superhuman as it should be able to do, function normally, as well as getting a lot of vitamin D. So next week I'll be back on my therapy. I'll be working on my ascension, and I hope to take you guys with me. I might spread love. What's up, IG? I ain't gonna lie, I'll be getting messages for y'all sometime, but I'll be so busy and tired, I don't have time to put it together and post them up. Been spending all my What's up with my peeps in the IG world out there? Been wanting to make a video for y'all from the beach, just so y'all can see how beautiful it is out here, laid out on the sand. You know I got a little towel and whatnot. Let my skin touch the sand, absorb the minerals from the earth. What's up, IG? I wanted to make another video for y'all kind of explaining this whole ascension, awakening, rebirth process. Another word for that is putrefaction, which is the old dying and a new being reborn. You want to bring in this new intelligence and this 5D consciousness. And in order for you to make room for that intelligence, you have to clear out that old and put in the building blocks that produces that intelligence. If you laying around here heavy, tired, sleepy, sick, you can't have or bring in any type of new intelligence into that environment. What's up, IG? I wanted to drop a quick message this morning because I see everybody getting up on this detox craze. You know, you got to be real careful and understand physiology and biology to a really great extent before you start trying that type of thing, because you could kill yourself. What's up, IG? I wanted to make another video for y'all kind of explaining this whole ascension, awakening, rebirth process. Another word for that is putrefaction, which is the old dying and a new being reborn. You want to bring in this new intelligence and this 5D consciousness. And in order for you to make room for that intelligence, you have to clear out that old and put in the building blocks that produces that intelligence. If you laying around here heavy, tired, sleepy, sick, you can't have or bring in any type of new intelligence into that environment. I wanted to make a video about how confidence comes from experience. When I first got sick, I waited a long time for the doctors to help me. I have a degree in kinesiology, and with all the things that I learned, I didn't believe in my education. I learned the same thing the doctors learn, except that I didn't go to medical school and learn about the medications to prescribe. So I didn't never have no ability to test and challenge a lot of the things I read. The only thing and learned, the only things that I was able to challenge were the things I was able to do in a laboratory. So those were the things that I knew to be truths. God blessed me, though, with the biggest laboratory that I could ever have, myself. And so all of the things that I had learned biologically, physically, scientifically, esoterically, spiritually, I was able to test during my test. I was able to see that how my body worked and how it functions and do certain things. I was able to see how God was real and how he could change me. I'm just trying to help you wake up. So all the great healers, Dr. Sebi, Dr. Gerson, and all the others who have studied how the human body is a mechanism for healing itself, have all come to the same conclusion that I have. That the devil is in the details, in the smallest part of the body that you are very unfamiliar with, your DNA structure. What they realize is that disease is the absence of those things that your body needs to work at optimal efficiency. The human body is designed to fix itself. That's how they create medicine. They synthesize it from the body's actual healing mechanisms. And what do? They give you a pill because you want the quick fix. But if you had those things in your DNA that created the cells, that created the healing immune system, then you wouldn't need medication. Your body would naturally heal itself every time something broke down. I'm just trying to give you the game. The devil's in the details. Wake up. Spread love, the blood.